What's up, guys? Let's go over parallel channels, groups, and sends. So we're going to make a little bit of a groove here. We're going to pop open our kick. Another tip that's kind of important is showing fades, because you'll notice that sounds much different than this. So what it's doing is it's fading. So you right click and show fades, and you just move that over, and then you get the click of your kick, and then you're all good. Alright, so we have our kick there, and we'll add a clap. Why not? Alright, so we have a clap here, and that sounds fine. Alright, so we have that. So I'm going to set up a parallel channel. So I'll have another MIDI track, or another audio track here, external in from audio 3. Oops. Audio 3. We'll have it input. Right, so we have it. We'll go pre-effects. Yeah. Right. So we have audio 3 going into audio 4, and it's before the effects chain. So it's completely dry signal. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some New York compression, and that is dropping a compressor. We'll go compressor here, just regular compressor for now, and that's setting it to a very high ratio, right, and compressing it quite a bit. So what we'll do is we will bring the volume down, and then we mix them together. Right, so we have the dynamics of this clap and the harshness of this one, and that works out to make it sound a bit more fuller. All right, cool. Let's add something else here. Let's go back to our samples. We'll just drop in a loop just for the sake of time. Right, wait, we have that. Oops. Shouldn't be putting that in there. All right, we'll put that in there. All right, so what I want to do now is I want to group this. I want to group all of these. So what you do is you shift, select all, and then group. And this is a good way. We'll color code it. I like purple. We'll color code it. We have our group here. And this is everything in this group. So the kick, the clap, the other clap, and the loop we have here, we have it all grouped together. So what we'll do now is we'll add a glue compressor to kind of compress us all together. And that way, ABCs, there we go. This is a glue compressor, and it's we already went over it. It's a nice compressor. Right, it's clipping a little bit, so I'll turn on soft clip. Now this is a very rich harmonic clip that we're using. Right, and this will glue the entire mix together, on and off. Right, okay, we have that. All right, let's add. Okay, we'll add a synth cut. We'll find one. Okay, perfect. So we'll drop this guy in here, and this will be our synthy part. And we'll do that. Alright, so we have this. So what I want to do is, a lot of people are into this, and they use return tracks, which is fine. So we have our return track down here. We can right click and then create one if we want, but we'll just have a return. One return here. So we'll drop in a reverb. We dropped it. We'll set the wet to 100%. So that way, we don't get like the original signal. It's all wet when we send things to it. You'll notice that on each of our channels, we have the ability to send a bit of the audio to the send. So we're sending our synth lead part, whatever it is. Right, we're sending it to that. We'll unsolo. right? And it's a very subtle way of adding, you know, reverb overall to certain elements, and it saves on CPU usage too. Right, so we can have a reverb just for our New York compressed clap here. Right, okay, now what is our GM? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that's basically parallel channels, groups, and sends. Groups are grouping everything, sends are what we send things to, and parallel channels are ways to do some fancy New York compression. There's another way you can do New York compression, and that is with the same compressor. You'll notice that if we very high threshold here, we can adjust the wet dry or the dry wet. So we have the dry signal mixed with the heavily compressed signal, and this is another way to do that. But if you do it this way, you don't have necessarily control. So say if we want to add like a delay, a very fast delay to our parallel channel, we can do that. But yeah, that's parallel channels, groups, and sends. Hope you learned stuff, and we'll be back with some more neat things.